Hi, my name is Tim, and I thought I'd read you one of my journal entries. I fell in love the other day. Let me tell you, it was quite an experience. Every detail of the day is etched in my memory. It was a Friday evening and wait, no, it was Thursday. Or was it Wednesday? I don't really remember. Anyway, I was standing outside the Dairy Queen waiting for my mom to pick me up. I'd just worked a double shift and was dog-tired from serving gallons of ice cream and frozen yogurt to a seemingly endless parade of customers. That's when I spotted her. She had just driven up in an old station wagon and was slowly exiting the car. She was beautiful. The car had seen better days, however. There were numerous dents and scratches and a tattered bumper sticker that read #1 Bee Gees fan. But these imperfections made her appear to be that much more perfect. She had to be at least 45, but she definitely could have passed for 42. Although overweight, she carried herself in such a way that you didn't really notice unless you were looking at her. Her elegant attire consisted of a tight camouflage tank top and baggy gray sweatpants. A cigarette dangled seductively from the side of her mouth. As she approached the Dairy Queen, I couldn't help but think of a beautiful work of art. It was as if Botticelli himself had painted this creature, in a painting perhaps entitled Birth of Soccer Mom, and she somehow escaped her canvas prison to grace the earth with her presence. As she came closer, I suddenly became very nervous. Oh, why couldn't I still be behind the counter to serve this goddess? Not for the first time that day, I cursed the Dairy Queen manager, Gary, for his diabolical schedule. What should I do? Should I approach her now? Should I wait until she came back out, taking the chance that my mom arrived late? I had to think quickly. Just as she passed me, I smiled and said perhaps the wittiest thing I had ever said in my entire life. "Nice day for some ice cream, huh?" She turned to me and stared with radiant eyes that were made even more stunning by the bright green mascara surrounding them. Breathless, I stood waiting to hear what she would say. As she opened her mouth, I noticed that many of her teeth had a delightful grayish-yellow tint. Finally, she spoke. Her voice reminded me of that of a young Bea Arthur, strong, forceful, and really not at all feminine. "I likes me some ice cream," she said. And with those words, she went into the store. I don't think I had ever heard a more honest, heartfelt, and intelligent remark before. I stood motionless, unable to move. Finally, after several anxious moments, I turned to go back into the Dairy Queen. I would profess my undying love and admiration for this woman. I would get down on my knees and beg, if that's what it took to win the heart of this chubby enchantress. I was about to enter the chilly confines of the store when my mom pulled up. Not for the first time that day, I cursed the universe for having such strict laws as time only moves forward. Reluctantly, I got in the car, knowing I had blown perhaps my only chance for true happiness. "So, how was work?" Mom asked, having no idea the emotional turmoil I had experienced only moments before. "It was okay, I guess," I replied. "Anything exciting happen?" she asked. I looked out the window and saw my Dairy Queen getting back into the station wagon. She carried a huge sundae and her face and shirt were already covered in hot fudge. "Not really. I only fell in love," I muttered. "What?" "Oh, nothing." We drove home. Alas, I never saw her again. But now, whenever I see an oversized pair of sweatpants, or a commercial for whitening toothpaste, or nearly any audience member on the Jerry Springer Show, I think of her. Actually, that wasn't one of my journal entries. That was a story from my book. It's called The Camouflage Fragrance of Decency. Can we get a shot of the book, please? And if you'd like to check out more stories from the book, you could go to timjosephs.com. That's me, Tim Josephs. The book's available on Amazon.com and in pretty much any country you see behind me. Thanks for listening.